So today we are going to start uh, the chapter that is informal letters. What will be the informal letters and how we are going to write the informal letters. That we should learn about the informal letters. I'm sharing the screen. So here you can see that informal letters. Informal letters. Now we need to start with the forms of salutation. The forms of salutation. What will be the form of salutation? We are going to start. Yes. Form of salutation that if there is a relation of younger relation or blood relation. So salutation, my dear or dear. Here you can see very important about the salutation. What will be the salutation? So here you can see that younger relation, my dear and dear. Just wait, I'm locking the class first. So younger relation and blood relation, we can start with my dear and dear. I think it is not applicable for our informal letters. As well as in subscription, you can see your affectionately at the end of the letter, you can write your affectionately, yours very affectionately, affectionately yours, and your affectionate, your loving. So if that will be son, sister, brothers, nephew, daughter, cousin, so it should be written like this. Second is that friends, if there will be friends, then it will be my dear or dear. And it will be ended with yours sincerely or sincerely yours. That will be used. Now we are coming to the informal letters. If we are coming to the informal letters, then you can see that friends, acquaintance. If there will be acquaintance, means someone you know, that dear Mr. Kapoor. If you know someone, then you can write dear Mr. Kapoor. But we should avoid these all are formal parts. So acquaintance, dear Mr. Kapoor, you should know someone you know. Then you can use dear Mr. Kapoor and it will end up yours sincerely. Sign full name. Now we are coming to this part. Now we are coming to the next part. What will be the salutation? So for the formal letters, stranger, dear sir, dear ma'am, it will be formal letters. Formal letters or official letter or official letter. Formal letter or official letter. It starts with dear sir or sir. Sometimes I have some weird experience, awkward experience. Sometimes I know some students, when they are writing to the principal, they have written dear sir. No, it should be avoided. If you are writing to the teacher, if you are writing to the headmaster, you are writing to the principal, sir or madam, or respected sir or madam should be written. You can write respected sir or madam. Please write in your copy that what you are going to write. You can write respected sir or madam. That you are going to write. Respected sir and madam. Newspaper, editor of the newspaper. Same thing will be there. Same format will be there. What you need to write for the newspaper part or any part? Respected sir or madam. Suppose you are writing any business letter, same thing will be followed. Respected sir and madam. And from this part, yours faithfully, you can also write only yours. You can write only yours. Here also, you can write only yours. So both are correct. Respected sir and madam will be the salutation, and it will end up with yours, only yours. It can end up with only yours. Get the point? Any question? Now we are moving to the next one. Very important, the next one, because it will be the format. On the basis of the format, marks will be given. So for the MCQ also, on the basis of the format, marks or MCQ question will be prepared. So you should take care about that. You should know about this. Now I'm coming to next one. Here you can see some of the points. This is the main part of the letter. Here, a body of the part. It consists three parts: an introduction. So, in the body of the letter, suppose you are writing one business letter. Suppose you are writing letter to the editor. Three parts will be there. Three parts means three paragraphs will be there. Three paragraphs you need to write. First of all, start with introduction, which gives the reason of the letter. That is the first part. This is the first part, introduction, which gives the reason of the letter. That will be the first paragraph. So next paragraph, the message which includes the main information. That will be the second paragraph. And conclusion will be the third paragraph. While writing the business letter, while writing any letter to the editor, three parts should be there. Not only three parts, it will be better that you can divide into three paragraphs. So first paragraph, introduction, which gives the reason for the letter, the message which includes the main information, and third will be the conclusion. Got that point? Any question? Okay. So we are going to the next one. So here it should be well arranged and divided suitable into separate paragraphs unless it is very short. Be brief, courteous, and to the point. It should be clear and brief because an official and businessman has no time to attend the unnecessary details. Please, while writing the letter, please avoid that you are writing any story. Don't write any story. Don't write any story. It is a formal letters. So don't write any story. They don't deserve any story. They don't deserve to hear any story. So only the necessary things will be shared. No unnecessary details will be shared. It will be the point to point. It should be the bulletin point. Next, the subscription on the form. Yes, Om.
Sir, I wanted to ask that is there any word limit for letter?
Yes, word limit will be there. If there will be word limit, suppose if there will be a word limit of 120 to 150, so it will be better that you should write the letters within the word limits. That will be provided. Don't worry, that will be provided. If that will
Okay,
be,
sir.
I mean, if 120 will be the word limit, and if you have written 100, so there will be no problem. But if it is given that 120 will be the word limit and you have written 200, then marks can be deducted.
Okay, sir.
The subscription that I have already told you about the complementary clause. What will be the complementary clause? Yours faithfully and yours, whatever you will be written, yours sincerely, your affectionately. Now I am telling one thing to you that in the complementary or the subscription part while writing, you should avoid yours faithfully. Yours faithfully, yours sincerely should be avoided. Why? Because I mean, it is a business letter, and yours faithfully. Suppose there is some problem in the product that the person has delivered. So how we can use yours faithfully? How we can use yours sincerely? So instead of that, only yours will be sufficient. Only yours, nothing else, nothing to be written. Only yours will be the sufficient things.
Hello, sir.
Yes,
Sir, I was having one doubt.
yes.
Sir, you said about the three parts, no? Introduction, the main part, and the conclusion.
Mhm.
So these three paragraphs we have to write while we are writing the letter to our friends and relations and
No.
acquaintances
I'm
and
talking
strangers.
about only the business letter. I'm talking about the formal letters, only the business letter and letter to the editor.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
So next is signature. The formal letters require your full signature. Sometimes the students have written, suppose I have asked Om to write the signature. Om will be writing like this. Om Srivastava. It is not the signature. The signature will be like this. The signature should not be like this. Signature will be like this. Om Srivastava. That will be like the signature. Your full signature, not like that, that Urchishman will write. No, full signature will be required. Your full signature will be required. So below the signature, the name of the person and position is mentioned. Very important. The position is mentioned. Suppose you are writing some letter. Suppose you are writing a business letter that 10 computers. You have purchased 10 computers and 2 computers could not work. So now you are going to write the business letter, and you are going to write or write the letters to the authority that 2 computers have been found faulty. So you should mention the position of the position of your position, who has written, because suppose you have written Om Srivastav, they will not give any importance to Om Srivastav. Now, after that, if you have written Om Srivastav and underneath, if you have written that GM of the company or the principal of the school, then they will give the importance to the letter. Okay, so position should be mentioned. In the personal letter, the name by which you are known among your relatives, that is informal letters that I will not discuss today. So next is outside address. This written on the envelope, on the postcard, it should be written neatly, legibly, and spaced carefully. If you have written the pin code, you can be sure of your letters reaching the address without delay. Now, format of the formal letters. Very important format, because many of the students, I have also checked that many of the students that they have written wrong formats. So write the right formats. First, number 1, it will be the number 1. First, we will start with sender's address. All will be left aligned. All will be left aligned. Sender's address. It will start with sender's address, number 1. Then after that, give the space. Date will be written. How date will be written? The date, suppose today's date is 28th August 2021. That should be the process. That should be the process. 28th August 2021. You should avoid this kind of thing, that if you are writing, okay, 28 plus 2, 21. Please avoid this. Please write in this way, which I have told you. This is the proper format. You should write with the proper format. Write in your copy. Otherwise, you will forget it. Write in your copy. So, next is receiver's address. Next is receiver's address. That will be the receiver's address. Receiver's address. Here, one thing you should, while writing this, you should take care about sender's address. Sender's address, you should not write the name of the senders, because name, the place of the name is separate. So only the sender's address will be written. Only sender's address. And here also receiver's address. Only receiver's address will be written.
Sir,
Just wait. Receiver's address. But while you are writing the receiver's address, you should mention the name and the position also. So receiver address, that also consists with receiver's name and address. Receiver's name and address. Both will be written. Yes. Urchishman.
yes, sir. Yeah, sir, I was asking, can you once show how you wrote the date once?
Yes, absolutely.
I will write it.
Absolutely.
Okay, sir.
So receiver's name and address, that should be written. Urchishman has told about the dates. Just I'm showing the dates. It can be 20th August 2021 or that will be the date. And
Okay, sir.
receiver's name and receiver's address. Now we are coming to the salutation part. Now we are coming to the salutation part. Sometimes we have made some mistake. What we have made some mistakes? Subjects and salutation. After receiver's address, you have used subject, and after that salutation. That you can also use. Both are correct. If you are using subject here in the salutation part, yes, it is also correct. It is also correct. Suppose you are writing this subject, and if you are writing here salutation, both can be used. Subject and salutation, but all, remember, all will be left aligned. Nothing in the middle align, nothing will be the right align. All will be the left align. Okay. Next, very important now, that body of the letter. Body of the letter, that will start, the body of the letter that will start first. Introduction. This will be the body, first, number one, first paragraph. Second paragraph. Problem. That will be the second paragraph. And third paragraph, that will be the conclusion. That will be the third paragraph. So body of the letter will be divided into 3 paragraphs. Introduction, problem, conclusion. What will be the introduction? The introduction is that when you have purchased these things, what is the cash memo number and other things, the date, how many you have purchased. That was the introduction. Next will be the problem. What is the problem that you are facing? That will be the problem. Elaborate problem should be given. And what will be the conclusion? The conclusion is that you need to rectify this. because it is in the warranty time, it is in the warranty year. So if you want to replace this, replace within a time limit. So that will be the conclusion. So it will be bulleting point. We should discuss with the bulleting point. We should not discuss any other things. We should discuss with the bulleting points. Anything else you want to ask?
Sir,
Yes.
sir, for both the sender address and receiver address, we need to write, means for both the case, we need to write their
Only
address
turn
and
on
name.
your video and after you can speak.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Turning on. Yes, sir. Can you see me?
Yes.
Yes, sir. I am telling that for both the sender address and receiver address, in both the case, we need to write that address as well as name.
What I have told you, you have forgotten. While writing the sender's address, you need to write only the address, because sender's name will be the last part or the complementary part. But receiver's address, while writing receiver's address, you should mention the name or the position that I have already discussed about that. Please be in the class.
And sir, after every of the sender address date, we need to give one line gap, or that we can
One line
keep
gap,
according to
one line gap, one line gap.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
So this will be the introduction, problem, and conclusion. So afterwards, it will be the complementary clause. Complementary clause that we have already discussed about that. That it is better that you should write yours instead of others. It will be better that you should write yours, and after putting your signature should be there, and name signature will be there, name in the capital will be there, as well as here you can use also position or post, that will be mentioned. So signature, complementary clause, signature will be there, name in the capital, and position or post that should be written over here. So this is the format. Please write it down in the copy. Okay. I think it is completed.
Yes.
Now we are going to the next. Now we are going to the next.
Sir, I was having one question.
Yes.
Sir, the signature, we will write the full name.
Yes, full signature. What I have told you, I have written also, and giving the example of Om Srivastav, isn't it Om?
Yes, sir. That then you have
Sir.
written on that name in capital. There also will write again.
Name in capital, it is here. It is here written. Name in capital. Signature will be there, and name in capital will be there also. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Next. So that is the format that yes, this is the format. Suppose address given or examination hall date, the manager, name of the company or agency, address. So these are the things already given over here. That date will be there, the manager, because if you are writing someone, so if you are writing someone, if you know the name of the person, suppose you are writing GM or Chief Operating Officer, so if the name, you know about the name, so you can write the name. So it will be better, you can write only the post. Suppose Mr. Sinha was there at the position of the manager of a company. Now he has been transferred. So if you are referring the name of Mr. Sinha in the manager, then it will be a faulty things you have given. incorrect things you have given. So instead of that, you can write only the manager. Whoever the manager, he will be receiving it. So here it is given like this. So after that, formal letters. What will be the formal letters? What will be the part of the formal letters that has been given? Now, formal letters, formal official letters are written to whom you are going to write. Editor of newspaper, head of different departments and directors, principal and manager. So formal and official letters you are going to write. Subject matter, that is complaints, reaction, response to certain event, speeches, placing order for new items. What will be the language? Formal language. No informal language will require. Format, that already we have discussed about the format. Inquiry letter writing tips. What will be the letter writing tips? Some tips will be given, that some useful language expression that we are interested in, we would like to, we can start with this. We are interested in, would you please tell me? So this kind of vocabulary, this kind of tips we are going to use. I shall be obliged if you could give the following information, be polite and formal. So these kind of things you need to use while writing the letter. Next is the complaint letter writing format. What will be the complaint letter writing format? We regret to remind you, suppose something or some complaint has to be made. It is not so that you are making the complaint.